Hey guys, it's Marshall Mathers the fourth here, back to you today with another video. And in today's video I will be talking about all the many movie roles Eminem turned down in his entire career that I wish he would have been in. Most of the film roles that he did turn down, I wish he would have been in. Some I don't really care that much about, but these certain specific ones that I'm going to mention, I would have really loved it if he would have been in these movies. Starting off with the movie Training Day. He originally was going to be and star in that movie, and I would have only wanted him to have been in that movie if he would have became famous younger, and if that movie would have came out in like October or November of 1998, soon after he would have turned 26 years old, and that is only if, again, he would have became famous younger, and if he would have released his mainstream major label debut album, the Slim Shady LP, on exactly November 13 in the year 1997, when he would have been only 25 years old, or at the age of 25. And then a year later, after he would have released that album of his, I would have really loved it if he would have been in the movie Training Day alongside Denzel Washington, and that movie have came out and have been released sometime in the month of either October or November in the year 1998, when he would have only been 26 years old. I think that would have been really awesome. And another movie role Eminem turned down was the role where he was going to pretty much play Paul Walker's character in the Fast and Furious series, but I don't really care for those movies that much, and they made way too fucking many. They should have ended and stopped that movie series a long fucking time ago. It's just ridiculous how many movies they even made in that series. It's just so dumb. And when it comes to that movie and film role, I don't really care that much that Eminem turned it down. I'm glad he did. But another movie role that I really do wish Eminem would have been in, that he was going to be in with 50 Cent, was going to be a movie entitled Gang Rivals, and it was going to be filmed in Detroit, and Eminem was offered exactly $8 million for that movie role. And the reason he turned it down is because he wanted the movie to be extremely violent, gory, bloody, all that, and just brutal. But the director didn't want to do that, and he wanted to pretty much make like a more modern version of this like really old 70s movie that was really brutal and violent and bloody and gory and whatnot. And in the movie, Eminem and 50 Cent were going to play rival gang leaders in the city of Detroit, in the state of Michigan. And 50 Cent was going to be the leader of a gang in one side or area of Detroit, whereas Eminem was going to be the gang leader of another gang in another side of Detroit. And just hearing the whole like plot and concept of that movie or idea, it just sounded too good to be true, and it just sounded awesome, amazing, incredible, and out of this world. And I really wish Eminem would not have turned down that role, but I also wish that the director would not have been such a pussy and a pansy and a little fucking girl, and would have agreed with Eminem on the fact that that movie definitely should have been like really violent, bloody, gory, all that, and just brutal, just on the same level in part Eminem himself would have wanted it to be. And I would have wanted that movie to have came out either in like February or March of 2004, when 50 Cent himself would have been about like 28 years old, almost 29, and Eminem would have been 31 years old. And I would have wanted them to, of course, made a movie soundtrack for that movie, as I'm sure they would have, releasing it in like February or March in the year 2004. And I would have wanted this movie to have came out that year if 50 Cent himself would have also became famous younger. And there's a lot of rappers who I wish would have became famous younger, not just Eminem. And in the future, not soon, but in the future, I plan to make many series of all the many rappers that I wish would have became famous younger, and exactly when I wish and would have wanted them to have released all of their albums. And I just think that movie would have been so damn cool, and it sucks balls that we didn't get it. And it sucks even more that the director had to be such a little girl pussy and pansy and not have made that movie as violent and bloody and brutal and gory or whatever as Eminem would have wanted it to be himself. Because the director missed out on such an excellent opportunity because he had to be such a bitch about it. And another movie role Eminem turned down was the movie Elysium, that I would have really wanted him to have been in, the movie that stars Matt Damon. And there actually is an interview where Matt Damon talks about Eminem originally planned to have been in the movie, and he talks about how he thinks Eminem's acting skills are incredible and all that, and it just really sucks Eminem turned down that movie role. And the reason he did is because he wanted that movie filmed in the city of Detroit in the state of Michigan, because he has so much respect for that city, knowing that he grew up and was raised in that city, so he has a lot of love for it. And the director disagreed. But it's sad because Eminem was actually interested in that movie role, but because the director, being the bitch he was, didn't agree to film the movie in Detroit, Eminem turned it down, which is still kind of ridiculous, but I can see why Eminem would have wanted it to have been filmed in Detroit. Another movie role Eminem turned down that I would have really loved and wanted him to have been in is the movie Southpaw that stars Jake Gyllenhaal. And the movie role was given to him because Eminem turned it down, because he wanted to stick more to making music, because like at the end of the day he's a rapper and that's what he's mostly known for, more than him being an actor. And it just really sucks that he turned down all those many just amazing movie roles, especially knowing he's only in one really popular movie, being the 2002 film 8 Mile. And it's so crushing and painful knowing that he could have been in a lot more movie roles. And those specific movie roles, I would have really loved it more than anything if he would have been in those movies, but sadly wasn't. But that's all I wanted to say in today's video. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I'm out.